Young adulthood, ages 20 to 30. 2019 young adult issues, which may arise in those who are in their early 20s and continue until age 30, may consist of difficulties with peers, sexual or developmental concerns, school or career challenges, and millennials are anyone who were born between ages 1980s and mid-1990s to early 2000s, typically 1981 to 1996. Therefore, most people who are in their young adulthood are millennials, and they are children of baby boomers. Most millennials are very familiar with today's technology and use social media as their main form of communication. They are also known as Generation Y because they follow Generation X. Social media can be bad for your mental health, and it can play a big part in causing millennials to have depression and anxiety. And the more social media that these young adults are involved in are at risk of depression and anxiety, at a higher risk for depression and anxiety. More and more young adults are losing sleep due to what they describe as FOMO, fear of missing out. So they keep their phones on all night, wake up to notifications from social media, and stay up late using social media. Social media also influences how young adults develop in their relationships with others. They spend more time taking selfies and worrying about what is going on with other people than living in the moment that they are in at that moment. A case study that was done on how juggling many social networks has proven results that social media does play a big part in depression and anxiety in young adults. The association is a strong enough one that therapists should consider asking patients with depression or anxiety about their social media use and suggest that they take a break from it to see how they improve over time. On Thanksgiving Day, I was sent a video about a millennial and baby boomers rap song by my nephew, who I would consider a millennial. He just turned 30, and he sent this to everyone that was coming to Thanksgiving dinner. Here is a short clip of that. You can click on the speaker to the right if you want to listen to the full rap song. Here are some of the fashions for 2019 millennials. These are the types of clothes that a lot of the millennials wear. Not all of the clothes that they wear, of course. And then here are some of the hairstyles that have become popular for 2019 for millennials as well. When we are counseling young adults, there are things that we need to take into consideration, especially kind of breaking them up into two age groups. Ages 20 to 25, one of the main things that a counselor needs to take into consideration is that most adults, young adults, have not developed their frontal cortex, and so their decision making ability is different than as if they were 25 or older. And then we have other things that should be taken into consideration. Some of the same things overlapping, like social media, accountability, and cultural differences, and identity issues. Both go into both age groups, but they are all young adult things that counselors should take into consideration. And socialists used to emphasize adulthood as meeting certain criteria, like finishing college, getting a job, moving out on one's own, getting married, or having kids. But this is not the case with today's young adults. More young adults are still living with their parents, having a hard time deciding on a career, and not rushing into getting married or having kids. They are also having kids without getting married. Young adults of 2019 don't feel the same way as other generations when it comes to marriage. It seems to be taking them longer to quote unquote grow up. However, they need to understand that what they're doing in their 20s is affecting them in their 30s. Erickson's stage 6 of development is for young adulthood is intimacy versus isolation. During this stage of young adulthood, people struggle with forming relationships and love. People start to share intimate relationships and commitment with someone other than their family members. When someone feels that they have accomplished this stage in life, they become more confident and have a sense of safety. Avoiding this type of relationship and avoiding commitment can cause one to become isolated, depressed, and feeling lonely. Success in this stage will lead to the power of love.